A recent study has shown that people are using streaming services less and less every year, and yet the prices of these services keep going up. From Netflix to Hulu, HBO Max, Disney Plus, Paramount Plus, and many other pluses, all of these platforms are raising prices and offering not much in return. And a few of them are even offering less than what you originally paid for, due to them yanking most of the shows off their platform for some unknown reason. Disney Plus. And add to that, the ad-free subscription tiers are no longer ad-free, since they found funny ways of adding ads anywhere and everywhere they can. Like when you pause the video. That's a fine time for an ad, if Amazon Prime says so themselves, and even YouTube is getting in on that trend. So it's no wonder that people are not paying for those services as much as they used to. The value of streaming services are losing their value every year. It's kind of a bait and switch. You're paying for no ads, and the best they can give you is less ads, but you're still going to sit through an ad eventually. And with so many streaming services available, you would be hard-pressed to find just one service that fits your needs. So you end up paying for multiple streaming services just to get something similar to what you could have just gotten with cable, and all for the same price as cable, or maybe even more expensive than cable. Wasn't the whole point of cord cutting was to get lower prices than the exorbitant and ever-rising prices of cable TV? And now you're paying the same amount or more anyway through all of these streaming services. What really is the point anymore? It's not like you're getting a good deal, and the experience is not like cable at all. You're basically getting a glorified YouTube app with all of your shows and movies available to you at a press of a button. So a rental service basically, or pay-per-view if you remember cable TV. And yet it's not really all that satisfying to watch TV anymore. Sure, you get to watch your shows, but then what? You'll sit there scrolling through lists of shows and movies, wondering if there's even anything else that you'd want to watch. If it isn't new or hyped up by the media, you probably won't take your chance on watching something new. At least most people won't. It's been shown that most people only watch old TV shows and movies that they remember, basically because all of the new stuff is usually crap. So you're paying for a service that shows reruns. And then there's this.
This blows my mind, though. They said the average American has 2 streaming subscriptions.
But we're not average.
No.
We're good at something. Sorry.
We're good at just blowing money
We're
on
above
streaming.
average in something.
They watch 3 hours and 49 minutes of
I don't have time
TV
for that.
every day. I was thinking like, 49 minutes. Yeah, it sounds about right for me. I might watch like 45 minutes of
I don't
TV.
think you can watch that much.
Oh my God.
I watch more than you, but it's usually like K-drama, but not that much.
I agree with this guy here, though, who has 4 hours a day for TV. 40 minutes is my max TV consumption. That's a few days a week. This person's like, I'm watching shows on. It's rare.
I think most people are watching like YouTube anyway.
There are people out here paying for multiple streaming service subscriptions just to watch it for only an hour a day. An hour. 1 hour. Someone tell me the math on that one, because hundreds of dollars divided by just 1 hour doesn't make economical sense to me. It's like paying for PS Plus just to play online only on Fridays every other month. And yes, people do this. The cost to value ratio is insane. And I wonder how people have this much money just to waste on services that they never use. But I mean, that's on them. People can enjoy things how they want to, but wow. At this point, anyone frugally minded might as well just go sign up for cable TV again. At least with cable TV, you have all the channels all in one place. Sure, you're still scrolling through channels, and you still have ads, but you're doing that anyway with all of these streaming services. But the problem with that is, cable TV just hasn't been the same since maybe 2015, when streaming sites started taking over. Maybe even before then, when YouTube started getting popular. Some of my favorite cable TV channels would only show reruns and marathons non-stop, all day. How many episodes can you reasonably watch of Teen Titans Go or Gumball without wanting to shut the TV off? And now that Disney Plus is a thing, Disney Channel is a shell of its former self. Gone are the days of multiple shows being played throughout the day, even if they are just reruns. Now it's just like every other channel on cable TV. Marathons of one show all day. Nickelodeon? I hope you like SpongeBob. So while it seems reasonable to say, well, we might as well just get cable again, the cable that we once knew is gone. It seems like we've lost something when everyone switched to streaming. A sense of community is gone. You can go on YouTube and search for channels that'll show you full blocks of television content with commercials as they used to play back then. It's a real nostalgia trip. Everything was focused on our attention, and judging from the comments, people really do miss when TV was an event that everyone took part in. I would have never guessed that watching Toonami with original commercials would be so therapeutic. I miss the way TV used to be, and a lot of other people do too. But if you were born recently, say in the past 12 years, you probably won't even remember or care that TV and streaming services suck compared to what it was before. You might even think it's better now. You can watch anything you want and anytime you want. That's a big reason why DVRs got so popular in the early 2000s. And before that, VCRs as well. We wouldn't have all of these old shows on YouTube archived and saved if it wasn't for those recordings. But what's left to record now that cable TV isn't the place to watch TV anymore? There's no shared experiences like we used to have. Everyone is in their own little bubble. And while there are free alternatives to cable and streaming services like Pluto TV and Tubi, and even over-the-air signals that you can catch using an antenna, it really isn't the same. Every streaming channel is a marathon of one TV show. Isn't that what pissed us off about Cartoon Network? At least it's free, I guess, and over-the-air TV gets you your basic channels like ABC, NBC, the usual. And you've also got MeTV and MeTV Tunes, so I guess there's that. And ironically, there's more variety of daily content over the air than any other platform. You just have to endure all the infomercials for some weird product, or ads for pharmaceutical companies. You'd think that MeTV Tunes, a channel showing children cartoons, would have ads for toys and video games, or something geared towards children. It's not a channel that will ever compete with Cartoon Network, at least when Cartoon Network was good, but at least there are alternatives, and we aren't stuck with just Cartoon Network. But if streaming services are the only version of viewing content we're going to have in the foreseeable future, then I think I'll just sit it out. All the reruns they show, I already have downloaded or bought on Blu-ray and DVD. I'll just pop those in instead. I don't need to pay to watch the latest crappy TV show or movie that Disney Plus wants to churn out every other year. It's like some people say about video game consoles. I'm not going to buy a PlayStation just for one game. So why would I buy Netflix or Disney Plus for one show or movie? And then the rest of the service is just reruns. They could have just made another cable channel and put the reruns there. Or just maybe make a free tier for the service with all of the reruns and place ads on that. That could have been profitable, just the way Pluto TV and Tubi are. Disney Plus has all of their Disney Channel lineup from Hannah Montana to Sweet Life to all of the Disney XD shows like Kicking It and Tron. These are all incredible shows that people would want to watch again if they were available. But why would they pay just to watch reruns? But yet, many people do. So I guess it's not going to change. People will pay to watch all of these old shows that used to be free all the time on TV and cable. Shows you could buy on DVD or download. And you can watch them anytime you want for free afterwards. But maybe people think it's more convenient to just have a subscription service. Okay, but you're getting a bad deal out of it. And if people barely watch it as much as the service is worth, then it's just a waste of money in my opinion. I remember people used to watch cable TV literally 24 hours a day. Like you would just put the TV on and let it play on one channel all day. Or you'd have the whole family using the TV for various reasons. The kids come home from school and it's Disney Channel and Cartoon Network for 4 hours, watching Toonami and Dragon Ball Z. Then mom and dad would change the channel for Food Network, and after that, watch a movie on HBO or a new episode of a TV show that's on. And you know you gotta watch that. It was a part of our lives, and now it's just an expensive distraction for a few minutes. So it's no wonder the nostalgia for television from even 12 years ago is popular on YouTube. People remember what it was like. Can that ever come back? Well, who knows? There's a report that Gen Z and Gen Alpha really want malls to be popular again. So maybe that sense of community and interaction with live people is starting to come back. Time to finally get away from the internet and sit ourselves in front of the TV. And then when we go out to the mall and talk with our friends, we're talking about that show we all watched at the same time. that we didn't binge watch either. But if all of the content is just old reruns, just get a free service like Pluto TV and Tubi, or buy the shows on DVD. They'll last longer, and they'll never be able to pull the content down because you actually own it on a disc, or a download if that's what you have. Please tell me what's the advantage of paying for a streaming service if all you watch are old reruns. But anyway, I'm just reminiscing on the way TV used to be. When I was a kid watching Disney XD, all of those old commercials and TV shows, crushing on Olivia Holt on Kicking It, and wondering why it can't be the same anymore. Why streaming services had to be the end-all, be-all for these companies. Cable might not be gone entirely, but it's definitely not any better than streaming services are these days anyway. And free TV is kind of boring. I wonder what kids will be nostalgic over in the next 15 years. Memes? Wow, such a childhood you had. You had memes. We had Dragon Ball Z. Anyway, thanks for making it this far into the video. Till next time.